There's a promise we all made to ourselves a long time ago, but not many of us kept it. There was never enough time, never the right equipment. In the end, we tried to forget about it, concentrate on other things, and above all else, make sure we kept our shirt on. Actually, it's not such a hard promise to keep. Not anymore. All you need are three things: knowledge, desire, and the right equipment. In the next 20 minutes or so, we will take you through what amounts to a college weightlifting class. It is designed to give you a balanced, properly proportioned muscularity and a stronger heart. It will require about 30 minutes of your time, 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It will also require the right equipment. This is Soloflex, a revolutionary machine you can use at home. It combines all the safety features of the more expensive health club machines with the benefits of the more traditional free weights. Those barbells, pulleys, weights, and assorted racks. Essentially, Soloflex doesn't do anything new. It just does it all better. The Soloflex weight straps take the place of those dangerous metal plates and come in 5, 10, 25, and 50-pound sizes. They're stacked and loaded in the same manner as metal plates, only at the back of the machine instead of at the ends of the barbell. These new straps were engineered exclusively for Soloflex by the Gates Learjet Company, world leader in elastomer technology. They provide an ideal resistance when incorporated into traditional iron pumping exercises. Elastomers give a fast, smooth pump, delivering strength and size gains equal, if not superior, to iron plates. The weight straps themselves carry the same 10-year unconditional warranty as the rest of the machine. If you're tough enough to wear them out, we'll replace them, free. Assuming you have the right equipment, what next? How do you go about transforming that body of yours into the body of a classic gymnast? You'll perform 6 exercises every workout. Each exercise will work a large muscle group in the following order: stomach, chest, back, arms, and legs. It's always a good idea to do a little stretching first to make sure you keep good flexibility. In a way, learning to lift weights is like learning to play the piano or learning to type. It takes a while for your brain to program your muscles the proper way to move. So spend the first 2 weeks concentrating on form. This is critical because basically your muscles are creatures of habit. They'll listen to your brain in the beginning because they don't know what's expected of them. But the minute the brain stops communicating, they take the last message as gospel and will repeat it over and over, whether it's right or not. And the more they repeat it, the more convinced they are it is right. And if you try to do too much too fast, your muscles will just assume the brain is out to get them and they'll want nothing to do with the whole program. So take it slow and watch what you're doing. Okay, it's Monday, the beginning of the week, and the beginning of a revolution as far as your body is concerned. The first place that revolution is going to strike is the stomach. The attack is made with an inclined sit-up. When first starting, you won't need much of an incline. Hook your toes under the ring pin. Bend your knees so that you're sitting on the leather pad. You want to curl yourself up using your stomach. Don't try to keep your back straight and leverage yourself up. Depending on what kind of shape you're in, you may want to start with only 10 to 12 repetitions. But it won't take long before you're up to 20, then 50 repetitions. With this particular exercise, 1 set is all that's required. You don't want big stomach muscles. You want them strong and tight. After a few weeks, when you've established your endurance, do the incline sit-up until the muscles burn, and you'll get a nice washboard stomach. Okay, before we go to the next exercise, a 1-minute breather. But only 1 minute. That's the key to cardiovascular fitness. 1 minute between exercises, 30 seconds between sets. As it works out, that's a perfect interval if you want to go through this routine with a friend on the same machine. Now, while women may very well be man's equal, the one thing the sexes don't share is the same set of hormones. And a woman's body will respond to exercise a bit differently. While it may tone quickly and firm quickly, it doesn't grow quite as quickly or easily. So unless you're looking for big muscles, there's no reason to worry about working with the same intensity as your male counterpart. But if you are after muscle growth, you're going to have to work even harder. The second exercise for women is also for the lower abdomen and thighs. It's called the leg bend. Keep the legs together, toes pointed. Bring the legs up into the chest. Then extend them straight out, parallel with the ground. Again, start with 12 reps and work your way up to 20 or 50. 1 set only, please. Next up for men, the chest. With the bench press, you want to set the lever arm so that you have to squeeze into position. That's not because we want to make life difficult, but we want positive resistance from the very start of the press. No slack. Keep your elbows back and make the chest muscles do the work, not the arms. Press it up slowly. Now you will notice with the Soloflex that the bar tends to float, forcing your weak side to pull its own weight, or push it in this case. This is essential if you are to develop body symmetry. Many of the more expensive health club machines have now split their weight racks to allow each side to work independent of one another. This was the advantage free weights had over machines. When you work your way up to more than 1 set, vary your grip selection slightly with each set. Basically, you want your hands a shoulder width apart. But by varying your grip, you will be able to isolate a slightly different spot on your pectoral muscles. And with practice, you'll learn to recognize what grip works what section hardest. Again, for the first 2 weeks, do just 1 set of each exercise. The second 2 weeks, 2 sets. After those first 4 weeks, move up to 3 sets. If all you're interested in is a basic toning, you really don't have to do any more sets than you feel like. However, if you want muscle growth, you're going to have to work to failure. You're going to have to keep doing that 3rd set until you reach failure, until you simply can't do it anymore. When you overload the muscles, they respond by getting bigger, stronger. When you find you can do all 12 reps on the 3rd set of a given exercise, it's time to increase the weight. The basic motto, no pain, no gain. The bench press is also an excellent way for women to tone and lift the bust line. While the men may want to do 12 reps on this one, women will want to pick a lighter weight and do 15 or 20 reps, working up to 3 sets. For men, the 3rd exercise is the lat pull-down bicep curl. This combination exercise focuses on building symmetry between the biceps, shoulders, and the lats. Those muscles on the sides of your back that give you the distinctive V shape. Keep the elbows in, your hands close together. Women, same thing. Only less weight, more reps, 15 to 20. If you've never lifted weights before, the next exercise, an overhead press from behind the neck, can be something less than comfortable. But it is a primary exercise, an important one, that develops your rear deltoids, the muscles on the backside of your shoulders. Keep your grip wide. The wider it is, the more it isolates the shoulder caps. Press it straight up and let it come all the way down. Same for women. This next exercise is called the tricep pushdown. The triceps make up roughly 3/4 of the upper arm mass, and they can grow like crazy. If you haven't lifted weights before, you can easily quadruple the weight used in this exercise in the first month. It's easy to cheat on this one. Don't. Keep your hands close together, your elbows in tight. If you don't keep your elbows in, you won't isolate the triceps, and your lower chest muscles will get in on the act. The last exercise for men in this Monday routine is the leg press. You always want to wear non-skid shoes doing leg exercises. Lay on your back, put your feet on the lever arm about a shoulder's width apart. The closer you move into the main frame, the more you're going to work the thigh bicep area or hamstrings. Get as much extension as you can. This one will make you sore, no question. But as we said earlier, no pain, no gain. Women wrap up the first day with frontal squats. Let the bar ride on the shoulders. You don't need much weight, but it's an excellent thigh toner. Okay, you worked Monday, you took Tuesday off to let those muscles recover and grow. Now it's Wednesday, and you're ready to go at it again. Once again, begin with the stomach and the Roman chair sit-up. Use the ring pin to hook your toes on. The range of motion in this exercise should take you something more than parallel with the floor, but not much. Remember, with the stomach, it's always one long set, no more. Next, to the chest. For a slight variation on Wednesday, we use the incline bench press. Again, keep your grip wide, elbows back. Make your chest muscles do the work, not the arms. Now to the back and the dorsal bar pull down. In effect, it goes through the same range of motion as the lat pull down, working the upper back and lats from a slightly different perspective. Make sure your head is tilted forward on the downstroke. The next exercise is the military press to develop the shoulders, upper chest, and triceps. The closer your grip, the more you work the triceps. The wider your grip, the more you work the shoulders. Be sure to keep the back straight. On to the tricep extension. Grip the bar about 1 thumb space out from the center. Get a good stretch at the beginning of each repetition. This is for the triceps, but you'll also feel the shoulder muscles come into play, and to a lesser extent, the lats. Keep those elbows in. Men wrap up the day with squats. Position yourself under the bar as if it were a free weight. Keep the back arched, head up, and lift with the legs. This exercise isolates the heart as well as your legs. With 1 set of heavy squats, you'll burn up as much oxygen as you would in a 100-yard dash. After this one, you'll be ready to call it quits for the day. Women find Wednesday much the same as the men, starting with the Roman chair sit-ups, then to the leg bends, on to the incline bench press, and conclude with the squats. For both sexes, the last day of the week is the toughest, and the first exercise is the most exotic. Called the vertical sit-up, it is actually quite easy to get into position, and an excellent exercise for stretching. Curl up slow and easy. Don't cheat by swinging. Exaggerated swinging can tip the machine. 1 long set is all you need here for an intense attack on the old abdominals. The next exercise is the dip. With this machine, just slip the dip bar into place. Your body weight will hold it in position. Slowly raise yourself up and lower yourself back down. The dip station works the whole upper body, the shoulders, triceps, and hits especially hard on the lower pecs. It's tough. And you probably won't get 12 reps the first time out. No matter, after your first 4 weeks, do 3 sets regardless of how few reps in each one. Remember, you rest 30 seconds between sets. 1 minute between each exercise. If you run out of strength, take a bit longer. More likely, you'll first come up short on endurance. Next come the chins, also devoted to men. When you can do 3 sets of 12 reps on this one, you've arrived. Each set should be done a bit differently. First set, face away from mainframe. Wide grip, pull up from behind the neck. A killer. Next, facing the mainframe, 1 set with shoulder width grip, overhand. Last, 1 set with close grip, underhand. Also not easy. This works the arms, the back, chest, even the stomach. Do all 3 sets, even if you can't complete 12 reps in each. You will, sooner or later. All right, here comes exercise number 4, upright rowing. This develops the trapezius muscles, which run from your neck to your shoulders. Form is everything here. Begin with a light weight and work up slowly. It stops hurting after the first set. Keep your grip close. The next exercise is called the donkey press. In the past, the only way you could really reach these muscles and isolate them was to bend over and have a bunch of guys jump on your back. Today, it's a little less chummy, but more effective. Targets in question are the calf muscles and the hamstrings. The donkey press begins with no movement whatsoever. With your feet shoulder width apart, you let the weight stretch the hamstrings. To relax is to hurt in this position. After holding the stretch for 30 seconds or so, begin bombing the calf muscles. The typical calf muscle has about 3 times as much muscle fiber per square inch as the bicep. About the only muscle group this dense is the jaw, and it's nearly as difficult to develop. Don't give up. There's just one more. The frontal squat. It isolates the lower quads, just above the kneecaps. It resembles the squat thrust routine of a lineman. Move in close to the lever arm, letting it rest on your shoulders, not the biceps. Keep your back arched and push up, leaning in toward the mainframe. Friday is tough, and the women don't get off much easier. Start with a vertical sit-up, then the leg bends, to the bench press, the lat pull down, press from the back of the neck, and polish it off with a leg press. Now you've got 2 days off and time to appreciate what you've accomplished. As we said, you won't sculpt yourself a new body overnight. Everyone has to serve an apprenticeship period. But you'll begin to notice a difference within as little as 2 weeks. And you'll see major changes in 4 to 6 months. In a year, you'll possess that body you've always promised yourself. The only question will be, with a promise that important, why you waited so long to fulfill it.